These teams did play each other, what is it now, 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks, however many weeks ago it was. And Cincinnati won that game, and they can. And I'm going to give you more reason, I promised you earlier, to believe Cincinnati can win this game. So through the history of the NFL playoffs, in the divisional and wild card rounds, there have been 25 overtime games. Chiefs just came off an overtime game. Okay. Do you know what the winners' records the following week are? So 25 times a team has played overtime and gone on. Do you know what their record is the next week?
No.
The answer is 7-18. Go ahead, Hembo, put it up on the screen so everyone can digest it. You play overtime, it takes a lot out of you. Plus, the Bengals played Saturday early. The Chiefs played Sunday late and overtime. And what did they win? The greatest game of all time. I think if these teams played each other in a best of 7, I would obviously like Kansas City. There's a bunch of stuff I like about the Bengals.
Hembo, I need you to look up how many times Patrick Mahomes was quarterback on that team. check that out for me, Hembo.
I run those stats.
What do you think
You're
of the
just trying to get some Skyline chili out of the Cincinnati. I know that's the plug here. No, I think, listen, Cincinnati with Joe Burrow as their quarterback, they are beyond confident. They beat him in Week 17. They're not coming into this game thinking we have no shot. Joe Burrow has already said, this is the standard. He's taken a Mike Tomlinism. Like, in Cincinnati, this is the standard. We expect to be here. So the fact that they did beat them already, they're not worried, but they understand going to Arrowhead is different. And Joe Burrow has made comments that in the past about how, I played in the SEC, nothing's louder than the SEC. He's not played at Arrowhead, and he wasn't referring to Arrowhead when he made those comments.
No, I get it, but we was talking about his first playoff game.
Yeah.
And I get it. This is an entirely different animal. It's one thing when you're going up against Ryan Tannehill without meaning to be disrespectful. Right. Patrick Mahomes is a whole other thing. Yeah. But the idea that maybe that game last week takes a little something out of you, it's got to do something, right?
I think that game takes something out of the Chiefs. The win that Cincinnati had gives them some confidence, but they cannot have that many sacks and turnovers and have that many dead possessions and score as few points as they did and expect to win against the Chiefs. They're going to have to figure out a way to get the ball to Jamar Chase and hope that he becomes the superhero that he was the last time they played, because that's really their only hope, I would think.
How about it, Tim?
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue ends up, and Domonique kind of touches on it, the negative plays. Look, there were so many negative plays because of the sacks. We've all talked about them. And so now you get off schedule. And look, Tennessee just couldn't score. And so it didn't end up being an issue because they weren't playing an explosive offense on that day. You know, to think that the crowd noise in Kansas City, if you take that many negative plays, like I don't think you can get off schedule like that against the Kansas City Chiefs the way they were able to against Tennessee and still win the football game. So I will say this too, like, look, Cincinnati, that was a tough physical game in Tennessee. So it's not like they're a fresh football team. They got banged up in that game as well. And so that, it's not like, they're coming off a bye week, even though Kansas City was in an overtime game.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.